What's going on, guys? So, as we all know, dieting sucks, trying to lose fat is difficult, and no matter how slow you take things and how much of a balanced approach you take, there will reach a point where your hunger levels will be through the roof and it will become extremely difficult to force yourself to stay on track. So I'm going to take you guys through my 5 favorite diet hacks, which basically consist of 3 different things, because what really helps with the hunger pains when you're dieting are staying fuller, obviously, satisfying that sweet tooth, and convenience. So if we go with staying fuller first, so a couple of the things that I like to do for that is to drink plenty of water, because water helps fill you up. And then if you want to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and satisfy your sweet tooth and fill yourself up with a load of liquid, I will often go to 0-calorie fizzy drinks, albeit I try and restrict those to maybe every other day, because they can have an impact on your digestion. Another easy way to go around this is to either use squash, which again has 0 calories, or take it one step further if you don't mind spending the money, and that's utilizing BCAA and EAA powders in your water throughout the day. And then the second one in terms of fullness is to load up on vegetables. So myself and the other coaches at CJ Coaching, we basically utilize veggies as a 0-calorie option on our plans. We don't track the macros for these because the calories are so minimal that it really has hardly any impact on the calorie deficit that we're trying to create. So we encourage everyone to really load up their plates on veggies, because the great thing about that is it will make you feel fuller, and even in between meals you won't be constantly looking at the clock trying to see when your next meal is going to be, because you'll still be full up from all the vegetables that you ate in that meal earlier. One of the other things that I love to do, especially in the summer, which is obviously when most people try and cut to get themselves beach ready, is to create ice lollies. And ice lollies, I do them one of 2 ways. So that's either getting, again, BCAA or EAA powders with water, getting them in the ice lolly molds, whacking them in the freezer, taking them out. 0 calories, great tasting. It'll make you feel like you're having a nice lolly on a nice, hot, sunny day, but without the calorie impact. And then if you have a few extra calories left in your diet, or quite often we'll utilize an evening dessert like a Greek yogurt with some frozen berries and protein powder, you can also turn that into a nice lolly. So again, use the ice lolly molds. I put the 0 fat Greek yogurt in there, a few frozen berries, and then that properly tastes like you're having a frozen yogurt or a frozen ice cream. One of the other massive things that is usually a stumbling block, even for people who are well versed in terms of dieting, such as myself, is having something convenient. So if you're rushing around throughout the day and then you realize, damn, I'm really hungry, I'm about to miss a meal, and you haven't got anything pre-prepared, or you've got stuff in the house but you have to cook and it might take you half an hour, 45 minutes to get everything ready, what you're most likely to do is to pick up something that's convenient, probably from your snack cupboard, or get a quick takeaway, because it's just easier and quicker. So one of the things that's really, really important, I find, is to set time aside or use a company to get pre-prepared meals that you carry around with you, because if you know that you've got a meal that you can take literally out of your lunchbox, have cold, or whack in the microwave for 2 minutes, it's going to be a lot less likely that you're going to steer off path and go off plan and then grab something that's more convenient but is worse for your waistline. And my final hack, which most people, when they get meal plans and diet suggestions from coaches and they see stuff like chicken and veg, people will assume that you can just have plain chicken and plain veg, and that anything that you put on top is going to be a detriment to your diet, when in fact there's so many different options that you can utilize to spruce up your food and actually make it really, really enjoyable, but that won't have the negative effects on decreasing that calorie deficit that we're trying to create. So I love utilizing stuff like soy sauce, and again, that's really good because it adds a lot of sodium into your diet, which obviously keeps you hydrated, and it makes stuff like white fish taste a lot better. and it always reminds me of having sushi, which obviously makes it kind of feel like a little bit of a cheat meal. Mustard is another one, adds a little bit of spice and flavouring, again really low on calories. Even stuff like reduced sugar and reduced salt ketchup, light mayonnaise. Even if you want to use cooking sauces, like I love utilising beef mince, especially in the evening. That's probably one of the favourite go-to meats that I have. If you buy own brand from supermarket tomato sauce, like you would like a pasta sauce, most of the time for 100 millilitres or 100 grams of sauce, it's probably like 50 calories. So realistically, if you're sensible with stuff like that, it's going to have a really minimal effect on your actual diet. And then obviously utilising spices and herbs and stuff that's just going to make it taste better will make it feel like you're not actually on a diet. So as you see, guys, there's so many things that you can utilise to get you through these hard weeks of dieting, hard months of dieting, to make it feel like you're not dieting, or just making the process a whole lot easier. Dieting, whilst difficult, doesn't have to be horrendous and horrific, and it can be quite simple to stay on track and get the results that you want.
Perfect.